Hi there, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Emma. Thank you so much for joining me. Today's class is going to be much shorter. It's kind of just like a morning wake up to kind of get everything moving, your energy going, and get all those kinks out of the way first thing in the morning. So this would actually pair great with maybe some of my other classes if you're looking for more of a workout. This is more of just an intention set and get your body right for the day. Let's go ahead and get started in a comfortable seated position. You can put either shin in front of the other. Wiggle into your sitting bones and feel free to sit onto a block or a bolster, maybe a pillow if you're still in bed. Bring your palms face down onto your knees and gently close your eyes. Palms face down can help you feel a little bit more grounded, rooted, calm. And start to notice what's present in your mind and your body. If there's any stiffness, tension. Sometimes it feels like there's a lot of that when you first wake up. Instead of judging it or wishing it to go away, see if you can almost breathe into it. Use your breath into that area that feels a little tense or tight. Can you envelop it with your breath? Imagine your breath kind of loving on that tension, tightness, warming it up, and maybe releasing it a bit with your exhale. Instead of judging it, breaking it up, pushing it out, breathing into it, almost loving on it, almost like you're giving it a nice big hug, warming it up a bit, and then slowly carrying it out of your body. Just a little bit more gentle. Now bring your palms to face up. So we go palms down to ground, palms face up to receive. Take a moment to think about what's going to be on your agenda today, whether you have a day off or you're working, seeing a lot of people or not. What sort of energy do you need to carry off of your mat with you? How would you like to show up into the rest of your day? Imagine breathing that quality in with your next breath. Loving on the tension, tightness, and exhale, releasing that. Maybe breathing in peace, clarity, calm. Breathing out resistance, frustration, anything like that. Tension. One more breath. Let it go. Turn your palms back to face down. You can keep your eyes closed. Just start to circle out your neck. Go one direction. Anywhere that feels a little sticky, tight, or tense, pause there. And then go the other way. Keep going that direction, just start to draw bigger circles. You might use your shoulders, you might use your sternum to lead. You can bring those shoulders forward. Make these as dramatic or as not dramatic and exaggerated as you would like. Just starting to warm up into your lower back, your waist. Keep the circumference of your circles, just go the other way. Nice and slow, nice and gentle. Almost big barrel rolls. Next time you come back through center, pause and stretch both arms up overhead. Interlace your hands and flip your wrists so the palms face up. Imagine trying to pull the hands apart, feeling a stretch through your wrists, your hands. Exhale, twist to your left. Right hand to your knee, left fingers behind you. Big inhale, sit up tall. Exhale, look over your right shoulder. Every inhale, sit up tall. Every exhale, twist. 3, 2, and 1. Right hand stays there, left arm up and over. Grab your opposite knee, round your back a bit, tuck your chin in. Feel some space between the shoulders. Pull your belly button back towards your spine. Keep your elbows crossed, but go eagle arms. If eagle arms fully doesn't work out, you could think backs of the hands together. And then just bring your forearms over to the left as you look off to the right. Bring your forearms over to the right as you look off to the left. Bring your forearms and head back through center. Unwind your arms and put your hands behind you, fingertips down. Broaden your collarbones, puff up your chest. You can keep your hands behind you and roll back onto the palms of your hands. Extend your legs out straight. Now lean back a little bit more into your hands and then start to hinge forward. So you're trying to bring your chest forward while the hands are behind you. You should feel a nice stretch through your wrists. Flex your feet and switch. So the other shin's in front. And then inhale, reach both arms up overhead. Interlace your hands, flip your wrists. Imagine pulling the hands apart. Plug the shoulders down at your ribs. Inhale. Exhale, twist to your right. Left hand to your knee, right fingers behind you. Inhale, sit up tall. Exhale, twist and look over your right shoulder for 3, 2, and 1. Right arm wrap up and over. Grab your opposite knee. Tuck your chin in and round your back a bit. Feel some space between the shoulders. Maybe even in your lower back. Keep your elbows crossed. Think eagle arms. Elbows up a bit. Feel space in your upper back. Bring your forearms a little bit to the left. Look to the right. Forearms a little to the right. Look to the left. Forearms back through center. Release that. Put your fingertips behind you. And again, broaden your collarbones. Kind of arch your back a little bit. And release. Hands in front of you. Roll it over tabletop. Now we'll take a few rounds of traditional cat-cow. So on your inhale, arch your back, look up. On your exhale, round your spine, tuck your chin in. 2 more like that. Warming up the back of your body, your spine. Now, I want you to think kind of about being inside of a barrel and trying to clear out the sides of the barrel. So you're kind of going to drop your ribs down as you lift your tailbone up. Pull your ribs over to the left side as you scoop your tailbone. And just kind of imagine barrel rolling out your body. It almost feels like the ribs and the hips are going in opposite directions. And it feels a little funky if this is your first time doing it. I encourage you to close your eyes, especially if you're by a mirror, and focus less on how you think it looks, more on how it feels. You're kind of getting all those kinks out of the way in the hips, the low back, and then go the other direction. It might take a few rounds to get started. But eventually, you'll feel going in the other direction feels just as nice and natural. We'll meet back in a neutral tabletop. Extend your right leg out to the right with your toes pointing forward. Sink your hips back towards your left heel like a half child's pose. You might stay there or walk your hands a bit over to the right. Feel a nice big stretch along your left side body for 3, 2, 1. Start to walk your hands to the left. Left hand outside left knee. Send your hips towards the front of your mat and sweep your right arm up and overhead. So it's like a modified side plank gait variation. Make a fist and roll out your right wrist for 3, 2, 1. Right hand down. Walk your hands back like you would in tabletop, but your right leg is still out. Inhale, reach your left arm up, and exhale, thread your left arm through like a thread the needle Your right hand will walk forward towards the front of your mat. If you'd like, if you're there flexibility-wise, your left hand can grab your right foot and imagine pulling yourself through. If that's not there, don't worry about it for 3. Breathe into your upper back. Press the top of your left ankle down, 2. And 1. Walk your right hand back beside your face. Press down and unwind. Left arm reach up. And left hand down. Swing your right leg all the way back behind you and over to the left, like you drew a big semicircle. Look over your left shoulder. Try to find your right heel. Drop your right knee behind your left knee and start to sink your hips back like you would go into kind of a cow face pose, but not quite. Your arms are still extending. Feel that nice stretch in your outer hips. Tops of your feet are down for 3, 2, 1. Shift your shoulders over your wrists. Step your right knee next to your left knee. Extend your left leg out to the left and sink back to your half child's pose. Stay there if that feels like enough, or walk your hands over to the left for a little bit more of a side body stretch. Keep sinking your tailbone towards your right heel for 3, 2, 1. Start to walk your hands over to the right hand outside the right knee, left arm reach up and over for that gate variation. Make a fist and roll out your wrists. Get those cracks and kinks out of the way. And then left hand down, walk your hands back towards like a tabletop. Left leg still extended, reach your right arm up, big stretch. Exhale, thread your right arm through. Your left hand can walk forward and your right hand might grab your left foot. I like to grab kind of the big toe from the bottom so my right palm can still face up. Otherwise, you could even grab the outside edge of your foot. You'll have to turn your palm down, but it feels like a nice stretch on the back of your left leg, your left IT for 3. Keep your hips lifting, 2. And 1. Slide your left hand back beside your face. Press down and unwind. Reach your right arm back up. And right hand down like tabletop. Sweep your left leg all the way behind you like you're drawing a big semicircle and over to the right. Look over your right shoulder. Try to find your heel. Then drop your left knee to the mat and start to sink your hips back. I like to even kind of adjust by walking the hands a little bit further away from me. So kind of like a Gomukhasana, cow face legs, except the knees are on the mat and the hips are lifted. Think down dog arms. Walk your hands back to that tabletop shape. Bring your shoulders over your wrists and uncross. Left knee next to right knee. Bring your knees together and feet together. Tuck your toes and take a seat back on your heels. You might like to move your pinky toes out of the way. Put your hands on your thighs and close your eyes. You'll start to feel a not so gentle stretch through the bottoms of your feet. Do your best to breathe into that tension and tightness. We rarely stretch the feet this much, so the more you practice it, the easier it will become, and it is so, so good for you. Try to sit up nice and tall. Inhale, stretch both arms up overhead. Take your right hand up and over, grab your left ear, and then extend your left arm. Reach through your fingers and pull your head a bit over to the right for 3. Last 2 stretches here, 2. And 1. Reach your right arm up and left arm up. Left hand reach up and over, grab your right ear, extend through your right arm, pull your head over to the left for 3, 2, 1. Head through center, left arm up, right arm up. Hands in front of you and tap out your feet. Nice job. Grab a seat, or maybe you would like to choose from any of these yoga classes if you're feeling warmed up, feeling like you want to keep moving. Otherwise, I hope you have enjoyed this gentle warm-up, gentle wake-up. Feel free to repeat it a few times, maybe every morning. It has enough twisting, spinal movement, spinal rotation, and side bending, so everything should feel nice and warmed and loosened up for your day. If you have time to stay, meditate, stretch, or even take another yoga class, I definitely encourage you to do that. But if not, you've already set yourself up for a successful day. You've gotten some mindful movement in and gotten your headspace right. right. Thank you so much for joining me, and I will see you back next week for another class.